This is the Solana Seeker, and you've seen plenty of talk about the device on this channel. We unboxed it, we tested it for months, and we received a delicious airdrop of 125,000 SKR tokens. But now, Seeker Season 2 is officially here with another airdrop incoming. That means more users, more developers, more rewards, and more momentum than ever before. So here's how lucrative that Season 1 airdrop was, what Season 2 really holds, and whether or not it can be as lucrative as Season 1. And if you subscribe now and you stick around to the end, I promise I'm going to show you how to get a half-price Seeker phone. Now, over the past year, Seeker went from being just an experiment to one of the fastest growing ecosystems in all of crypto. We're talking about global conferences, packed hackathons, and cracked teams shipping over 256 dApps to over 100,000 devices, resulting in over $2.6 billion in volume, so plenty of revenue generated. And we just had an extremely successful Season 1 airdrop of $20 million in SKR. So this little thing right here is no longer just a concept. Now, whether you're involved already or you want to get involved, luckily for you, Season 2 is where that vision starts to scale. And there is a lot to look forward to say the least. So in case you've been living under a rock, the SKR token is now officially live. This is the native asset of the Solana mobile ecosystem, and it's the foundation of this open source mobile ecosystem going forward as well. So if you set up your Seeker last year, you were automatically eligible for 5,000 SKR just for activating the device. If, however, you were a smart cookie and you used it daily for things like swaps, trades, exploring the dApp store, and trying new dApps out as well, well then you got a very, very handsome airdrop of between 10,000 and 125,000 SKR. So how much did people actually receive? Well, at its peak valuation of a $300 million market cap, that 125,000 SKR airdrop was worth over $6,000. But if you sold anytime in the first week, you'd have been looking at between $3,000 and $5,000, which obviously is absolutely delightful news for anyone who bought the device for just $500. But if you developed a dApp for the Seeker, then you got 750,000 SKR airdropped, and that developer allocation was worth roughly $20,000 to $40,000, depending on when you do the maths. But this is only one part of the active incentives for the Seeker ecosystem. So before we get to staking, before we get to the rewards and the Season 2 hackathon, first things first, because a lot of people have been asking this question. Can the SKR Season 2 airdrop be bigger than Season 1?
Yeah, imagine a world where SKR is, in a year's time, it's trading above, at least 2x above what it launches at. All of a sudden, the 10% that might have been allocated to Season 2, which is half of what's getting allocated to Season 1, might actually technically be worth more than what got sent out in Season 1.
So the short answer is yes, because if almost 70% of SKR continues to be staked as it currently is, then that's a massive vote of confidence in that growing Seeker ecosystem, which, by the way, is set to expand with new hardware coming in the following months as well. That also means new developers, new users, more revenue, and theoretically more SKR being staked to boost that overall SKR flywheel in Season 2. Now let's look at some of the incentives, the rewards, and how people are going about maximizing their returns on Seeker use. So if you visit the SolanaFloor website's Seeker Hub, you're going to see a long list of active perks and rewards for Seeker users in Season 2. Just a few of the examples here. This is a 3x multiplier and boosted Jito Sol APY up to 10% when you're using the Pyra card. Jupiter Mobile users also get a chance to win a Seeker phone by doing swaps. And then you've got Woody.Fun users who can earn 375,000 SKR plus 3.75 million Woody tokens too. Then you've got Loopscale users who are going to earn 2x Loopscale points, which presumably leads to a big airdrop as well. And if you are a keen traveler, then don't worry, because Nomads has got you covered. They let you book hotel stays with up to 60% off, and you can pay in USDC, so super, super convenient. There's so many more rewards out there, from games to exchanges to mobile plans, so do go and explore them yourself as well. Now, the SKR token itself also adds real utility in Season 2. Just quickly before we get to those staking rewards, if you buy a Seeker right now using SKR, then you're going to get a 50% discount. That's effectively letting active users recycle some of the rewards back into the hardware by selling it for half price. I think it's a genius idea. And it's a super simple process as well, so you don't need to go and create new wallets, do a bunch of swaps, there's no bridging involved. You can just go to the Solana mobile website, select SKR payments via Solana Pay with MoonPay, and then your 50% discount is going to be applied automatically. But there is more, because on top of all of that, staking obviously is one of the core incentives with yields up to 26% APY. They're currently at around 22%. So in simpler terms, if you stake $5,000 worth of SKR today, and then the market cap is at $200 million in a year's time, then you'd earn about $1,300 of rewards over 12 months. Even if SKR cools to around $100 million market cap, that 5K will still earn you $650 of yield in over a year. So shipping included, that covers the cost of the phone. Either way, you're going to get paid to stay in the ecosystem. So Seeker Season 1 rewarded the entire ecosystem handsomely. We've got new manufacturers that are entering the ecosystem with new devices, new form factors, and stakers can earn up to 26% APY. Most teams would probably call it a day at that point, but the Seeker team are going all out with Season 2, which, as we already know, is being powered by the builders. Because hackathons like this one by Radiant Style are live already, and we're looking at $125,000 in prizes for anyone who builds mobile dApps through what is clearly one of the best distribution platforms in the entire industry. You've got plenty of dApps that have already been submitted, and teams like Pyro were shipping Seeker updates from day one at Mountain DAO. Now, if you want to be part of a growing crypto mobile ecosystem which rewards all the participants, then surely this is what matters, right? Real products, real users, and constant innovation to keep that flywheel growing. So Seeker Season 2 represents the next phase of Solana Mobile. We're looking at a growing dApp store, strong developer incentives, guardians that are going to be securing the entire ecosystem, and expanding hardware partners as well. So it's safe to say this is just getting started. Now, if you want to track the updates, the rewards, the ecosystem growth, you can stay locked into Solana Floor. You can check out this extensive guide on how to maximize your airdrop allocation in Season 2. And of course, subscribe now for more updates from across the Solana ecosystem. I will see you next time for more of the very latest.